Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and I want to welcome you to ProfessorBlackmore.com, where our goal is to empower results through real productivity. And before we go any further, I want to ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell so you won't miss any of my tips. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And today I want to talk to you about a subject that is very topmost on everybody's mind, and that is COVID-19 vaccination verification cards. And as you are aware, more and more federal, state, and local jurisdictional municipalities are requiring individuals to provide proof of COVID vaccination prior to being allowed to enter businesses and certain establishments and events. While you may simply flash your paper COVID-19 vaccination card, today I want to talk to you about some of the more popular ways that you've heard of to display your proof of COVID-19 vaccination using your smartphone. Now, because I always want to come through with productivity information for my business colleagues to help us to save time, the first thing I want to talk to you about is an app that business owners can use to possibly streamline this process in the event that you are required to check COVID-19 vaccination compliance before welcoming your customers and patrons into your business establishments. Now, later on, I'm going to show you how to generate a QR code on your smartphone to use if you are a customer or a patron of a business establishment, and you'll need to show proof of your COVID-19 vaccination. But first, I'm going to show you how to check QR codes of customers or patrons that you as business owners want to welcome into your business establishments. And to do this, you'll need to download an app. But before going into telling you about the app, I think it's important that I tell you right off the bat that I'm not a fan of going this route because the entire infrastructure is not yet ready, and it'll lead to nothing but a lot of frustration amongst your customers that you want to welcome into your business rather than to have go away frustrated because of this processing event. So first, let me explain why you would need an app. And I'm going to use California for an example because it is where we will run into these types of regulations more readily at this particular point in time. And I want to start with this useful document, which can be found on the website for the California Department of Public Health. And it gives you all of the options for providing proof of COVID-19 vaccination, which are 1. COVID-19 vaccination record card issued by the Department of Health and Human Services, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the WHO Yellow Card 1. Or method number 2, which is just to flash a photo card of a vaccination card that is stored on your cell phone or other electronic device. Or method number 3, which is to just simply flash a paper card copy of a photo of your vaccination card. Or method 4, which is to provide documentation of your vaccination from your healthcare provider. And then there's method 5, which is the method that will focus on the use of the app that I talked about earlier. And this method is providing a digital record that includes a QR code when scanned by a smart health card reader, which I'll talk to you about just a little bit later on. And then finally, method number 6, which is providing documentation of vaccination from other contracted employers who follow these vaccination records, guidelines, and standards. And I'll provide a link for this website down in the description area of this video. Now, from this list, The QR code option is really the only one that you would need an app to read because it requires that it be scanned using the Smart Health Card reader that I talked to you about earlier. And so the name of this app is called the Smart Health Card Verifier for Android and iOS. Now again, in my opinion, the infrastructure for this is not yet where it needs to be. So when you encounter customers who present this method, be ready for confusion and be ready to have a lot of instances where the record will come back as unverified because this method requires the place where the person received their vaccination be from a healthcare facility that is registered with VCI, which is a voluntary coalition of public and private organizations that use the Smart Health Cards framework to verify COVID-19 testing and vaccination to do things such as enter business establishments, to travel, to participate in sporting and other entertainment events. So the first thing you want to do is to go over to your respective app store and download this app. And once you have the app downloaded, it is as simple as scanning the QR code when individuals visit your business establishment and they want to use method 5 on the previously discussed list. Once again, in my opinion, that is the only time that you should use this app. And it is really the only reason that I can see that you would need to use it. For all other methods, all the customer needs to do is to present the other methods that they want to use to present to your business establishment to prove their COVID-19 vaccination status. Now, at that particular point in time, you'll probably need to also ask for some form of identification, a driver's license or a valid state identification or passport, so that you can check to make sure that the date of birth and the name matches the date of birth and name of the person on the actual vaccination card. Now, in wrapping up on this particular portion where I'm talking to you now about options for business owners, it is just as simple as downloading the app, and you'll only need to use the app for one of the 6 methods that customers can use to verify their vaccination status. And if I were you, I would just make it just as simple as allowing people to just show or to just present all other forms or methods of proving their vaccination status by simply just showing that to someone at the front door of your business establishment, that you check the information on their identification card matches the verification or the proof that the customer is trying to use, and that you leave it at that. In my opinion, you just want to make it just as simple as that, since it seems that the entire infrastructure, including how states will actually enforce this, is not really up to speed at this point. So avoid the hassle and the confusion of getting into an episode of Columbo by trying to prove this or prove that. Once the customer shows you their identification and it matches the name and the date of birth information on the vaccination card, and the vaccination card shows that there has been 1 or 2 injections, whichever is applicable in your jurisdiction for the particular deadline that is set for your particular jurisdiction's regulations, then that should be it, because you want to make the process as pleasant and as simple as possible. Now, I'm going to talk about how customers can provide proof of their COVID-19 vaccination status. And the same guidelines found on the website for the California Department of Public Health's website apply, and customers should use the same 6 options to prove their vaccination status previously discussed. Now, for all of the reasons previously discussed, I'm not going to put myself through the hassle of using method 5 because the infrastructure is just not set up yet, as all healthcare providers who administer vaccines are not listed in the Smart Health Card framework. But if you received your vaccine from one of the locations set up by the state of California, then you can go to the California Public Health's website and download a copy of your vaccination record, which comes along with a QR code. And many times you can receive this information in less than a minute. As soon as you put in your request, you'll hear the email come in providing you with that information if it is available with the state of California's vaccine registry. And once you have this information, then you can import it into apps like VaxYes, Clear, or Common Pass, which will give you an opportunity to merge it into a picture ID card digital vaccine passport that has all of your vaccine information all together in one place that can be accessible from your smartphone or other electronic device, along with a QR code on it that is accessible on your phone and that can be scanned by businesses using the Method 5 Smart Health Card Verifier app that I talked to you about previously when I talked to you about how businesses can use the app to verify the vaccine or the COVID-19 vaccine card status of their customers. Now, if I were you, I would download that Smart Health Card Verifier app and scan your information to see what would happen, so you won't be surprised at the last minute when you try to enter a business establishment, because again, I don't feel that the infrastructure is quite there yet, and you just don't want to be surprised at the last minute in a public place. You want to decrease the amount of frustration that you'll have to go through, and you just want to be ready ahead of time in the event that you may need to use one of the other 5 options for providing verification of your COVID-19 verification status. Now, in my opinion, it just seems like too much work when you could just carry a digital copy on your smartphone or just simply pull out a paper copy. Now, people who frequently visit my channel know that I love OneNote. So I'm just going to scan a copy using my OneNote app and just use that, or I might just simply flash a paper copy. Okay, so now the first thing you want to do if you're going to use the OneNote method is you want to have OneNote and you want to have Microsoft Lens downloaded on your mobile device. And so the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to use Microsoft Office Lens to scan a copy of my vaccination card. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to go to Office Lens first. You can just snap a picture of it to the best of your ability. And then you see it'll just make a little box around it, and then you can go in and you can fix it a little bit if you need to. And then once you edit it to your preference, then you can just go ahead and hit confirm, and then you can hit done. And then over here in Office Lens, it gives you an opportunity to decide where you want to save it. I'm going to save one into my photo gallery, and then I want to save one into my OneNote Quick Notes. Okay, so I have both of those checked. Move this down so you can see it. And then you want to go ahead and give it a name. So I'm going to call this Vax Card. Then once I have it named, then I can go ahead and hit done. Then I can hit save. Now that's going to save into my photo gallery, and it's also going to save a copy over here into my OneNote Quick Notes. Then I can go out to OneNote, then I can go to my Quick Notes, and then there I'll see my Vax card that I have saved. And then you can go up to these three dots up at the top and click Add to Home Screen. And then click Add. And then it'll be added to your home screen here. And then here it is on my home page here. All I have to do is touch that whenever I want to show it to a business establishment, a event, concert, if I'm traveling, or wherever I need to go and prove my vaccination card status. Okay, so whether you're a business or a customer, which one of these methods will you choose? Comment below and let me know. And whether you're a business owner or a customer or a consumer of a business, I hope this will give you enough information to get started. And if so, please give me a big thumbs up. Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please, it's not just a cliche. It would help me tremendously if you would. And please also click the bell so you won't miss any of my tips. And I hope you'll consider sharing this video with your family, your friends, your colleagues. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.